everyone, welcome back to Sunset Valley. So today's episode is about a house called Capital A, and unfortunately, it's a big green A-frame house in the middle of Sunset Valley. So of course I decided to kind of edge it out and make it a little bit more ultra modern, and don't worry, I'm not going to be making all of Sunset Valley in this style, it's just I've kind of been on a roll with it. So I've been looking for houses that it would like really fit with, and I didn't even realize, but as soon as I deleted the roof of this house, I thought, you know what, I could turn this into a modern cube. I didn't intend to do this, but this house ends up really reminding me of a very famous painting. But for now, as you can see, I'm trying to do the attached garage thing. So none of the houses in Sunset Valley have an attached garage. I don't know if these cheats existed back then or if they didn't want to use them, but I decided to kind of make this garage attached because it was already so close to the house. And you don't always have a good opportunity to do that, but I was having a little bit of trouble. So the thing is that when I did my build tutorial on how to make these garages attached, it assumes the house is empty. And since this is a renovation, there's already stuff in the bathrooms and in the living room there. So it was a little bit tricky and buggy at first. So just as like a friendly reminder, if you're trying to do the constrained floor elevation stuff, try and clear the area a little bit first. It'll make it a lot easier for you. I wish someone told me that, but anyway, as you can see, I'm just like adding a few more details to give it that ultra modern touch. And as with tradition, I end up doing like black and white with a splash of color kind of thing. And I just spend a lot of time like cleaning up the outside, like the landscaping is fine and everything. It's just that so much of the lot was covered by those big ugly roof pieces. So we had to like kind of like figure out all those areas. I think it ended up working out. I ended up putting a lot of balconies on this house. So there's a lot of outdoor space. So this is a great house if your Sims like doing things in the summer, right? Like if they like sitting on the deck, barbecuing, painting, or telescope looking, this is perfect. And yeah, this is one of the unoccupied houses. So it's not designed for any specific Sim. So when I get these houses, I try to not give them too much personality. And if I do, I try to make it a generic personality because this house is for your Sims to move into, right? So I just want to give you something kind of like nice and clean and something that maybe you can add on to yourself, right? And I guess that's why I've been doing a lot of these like black and white builds. But actually the build I did after this is not really black and white at all. It's one of the mid-century houses and I kind of made it like orange, red, and yellow with some black accents, but not a lot of white. So it was a nice change. So don't worry, I do change up the style eventually in this series. That's kind of how I do things. I kind of go all in and just kind of like exhaust myself with it and then don't do it for a bit. So I did my first modern build. I'm like, okay, this really worked out. Let's do 10 more. And now I'm like, I'm never doing that again. There's still a few houses that'll really suit this style, I think, but I'm not going to be doing those for a little while. So yeah, anyway, back onto this build. So as you can see, I'm spending a lot of time on the kitchen as usual. I end up having these green countertops. I don't think I keep them. I think I end up toning this down quite a bit. Oh, I do. I can see I'm picking something like a little bit more plain and white. But see, the thing is that since I've been doing all these black and white houses, every splash of color is super noticeable. So you can't do too many or it's going to end up looking like that monotone house I did. And that was kind of a caricature of my style, right? So I don't want me to actually be putting in effort and have it look ugly. The thing is that Sunset Valley loves this like 70s style table and chairs that I immediately delete from every Sunset Valley house. And then I always put the same contemporary chairs. So this time I decided to switch it up. I think these chairs are from World Adventures. As I've said before, I'm getting a little bit more lenient with some of the expansion pack items I want to use. Most comments have said, oh yeah, I've got like many expansion packs and stuff. It shouldn't be a problem. And I know not everybody has every pack or anything. So like, don't worry. Like, as I said before, if you just have the base game and install this world, everything should be fine. You might be missing a painting here, a tub there, and like a chair there, but the whole build should still be functional and everything. And I think statistically, even with all my expansion pack stuff, you're more likely to find a missing thing in an EA house. Remember that Sims 4 house that didn't have any toilets? It was like a mansion. I was like blown away by that. So that won't happen to you here, don't worry. Yeah, so as we can see, I've kind of brightened it up a little bit. I've been doing a little bit too much black and white, so this time I decided to do quite a bright floor. And you can see I'm accenting with kind of bright colors. Those kind of change a little bit in the end, but I'm using a lot of the red here, and I was kind of conceptualizing just like red, black, and white because they look really good together. And later on, I end up adding a yellow bedroom and a blue bedroom, so it ends up being a little bit primary school, like red, yellow, and blue. But then since it's all cubey, I thought, oh my god, it reminds me of that painting. I don't remember the name of this painting or the artist. I'm a bad art history student, I'm sorry. I was always in my math book. What do you want me to say? But anyway, so I showed you a picture of it. I'm sure you've seen it before, and I bet you don't know the name of it either. I'm sure there's somebody who does. So if you want to let me know in the comment section down below, feel free, but I'm going to look it up after this anyway. Okay, finally, we're moving on to the upstairs. So the thing that bothers me the most about the beds in The Sims 3, because my favorite bed is this contemporary bed that I just selected out. And if you noticed, it had cow print as the default sheets or default comforter. So I'm like, I don't want cow print on anything. So like, why is this the default? The thing is with The Sims 3, like you have complete control. Like look at the color wheel. Like, okay, I want to make a yellow bedroom or a purple bedroom, but I can do it because I can make anything, any color I want. But if you're just like a basic builder and you like just picking the default swatches of things or just picking from a few preset EA ones, then you're going to be in for a bad time. The Sims Sims 3 has the worst defaults. I think everything in The Sims 1, 2, and 4 is kind of colored better, even though you can't change the color yourself, right? But like I said, I do prefer the control, so I prefer having the color wheel. But just know that if you're new to The Sims 3 and you're thinking like, I'm gonna do a build, just start with a small build. It's gonna take you about 10 times longer than you think it's gonna take you. When I switched back from Sims 4 to Sims 3, like the building would take me forever. I did the land grab mansion like months ago, and like I did a full renovation of that, and that took me like 8 to 10 hours, I swear. Now these builds only take me like 2-ish, so I'm getting a little bit better at it. Thank God, right? Oh, I'm adding a laundry room. I haven't done that for a bit. I don't think I did a laundry room in the house that I just finished building. I did that same thing where I build a bunch of houses back to back, and then now I can't remember like which house has what or like what's going on or anything. So yeah, I did 3 houses in a row. So this is the first of the 3, and I didn't really know which order to show them. So I thought, you know what? I'm just gonna show them in the order that I built them, because this house is gonna have a good thumbnail anyway. The default A-frame thing is so gross, and of course it's in green. But yeah, before I start getting like rambly and stuff, I noticed that I'm putting a lot of blinds on everything, which means I'm probably close to the end of the build. So why don't we jump into first person and see how it looks? Because I can't remember. See you there. And welcome to my renovation of capital A. It's not even recognizable, thank God. My goodness, I hated this thing, but now I actually really like it. So looking around, you can see there's a little bit of clipping here with the garage door. So I don't know how you feel about that. I'm kind of okay with it. I was trying out different wall patterns to see if I could fix it. And yeah, going around to the back, I actually like the back a little bit more, and I'm kind of okay with it, because if we look at where it's positioned in Sunset Valley, like it kind of faces this road here. So I don't mind having something nice to look at as I drive by, right? And looking at it, this house is not that big, but it is very expensive. It's almost 100,000 simoleons. So I'm sorry, but I went spend crazy with this. And I know that not everybody plays like rags to riches or poverty challenges like I do. I know a lot of people just hit motherload and move into something. So maybe this house will be for you. But yeah, coming in the front door, we have the staircase that's greeting us right at the front door, which you know I love because of the efficiency. And if we go around this corner here, we go right into the dining area. So there's kind of like 2 dining areas. One's more of a bar. I don't know why I put an aquarium there. I just remembered. I just changed at the end. Maybe I'll change it back to counters. It looked better from up and down. Here's the dining area. I added just like a couple paintings and stuff. I've been using a lot less paintings in my builds lately just because the base game ones are so ugly for the most part anyway. Oh God, I didn't color this wall. Oh God, I'll have to fix that. That's kind of why I like doing these first person things though, because I get to notice a lot of things that I might have done wrong. Yeah, so here's the kitchen, nothing too special, but I did include the small appliances this time. Sometimes I forget. And sometimes I don't want to have a microwave because I don't want my Sims microwaving. Like I want them to be cooking food. It's fun to get their skills up, and it's fun when there's fires. So yeah, anyway, going into the half bathroom here, it's kind of like nice brick red. I kind of kept the downstairs all with that red accent. So it's like white, black, and red, right? And around here, we can see like the red living room. I used red bricks to accent the fireplace. And yeah, in through this door is the garage. So I didn't put a car or anything in here. I figured if your Sims move in here, they can bring their own car. But I gave them stairs to let them up into the house and everything because it is on a foundation. You can see a little bit of the clipping in here, but it's not too bad. Considering the fact you have to break the game to get an attached garage, that's pretty good. Okay, let's go upstairs here. I forget where everything is in this house, so let's just go in this first door. Oh, it's the blue bathroom. So yeah, as I was saying, in the speed build, the upstairs becomes very blue and yellow. And that's the only blue in the bathroom, which I guess is for the best because I'd much rather not have a blue tub or anything. Another door to another balcony. I didn't go on any of the balconies because they're all pretty much empty. Again, this is like a move-in ready house. So coming into the blue bedroom, this is probably my favorite of the 2 bedrooms. I usually have a lot of trouble styling a bedroom with a single bed, but this one turned out pretty good. Like I said, I think it's my favorite one. Okay, so let's go out through this door and go all the way down this hallway. So this empty EA hallway, I decided to section it off and kind of make a laundry area over here. I'll probably add some shelves or something, but anyway, let's go into the master bedroom. It's very yellow and it's not that big. So like, even though it's the master bedroom, like it's got an ensuite bathroom and everything, but upstairs like was mostly hallway, which is not surprising for an EA house, but I couldn't really make the bedrooms in any other place because of where the stairs were. And I couldn't put the stairs anywhere else because of the attached garage and everything. Anyway, it was a whole thing. So let's just look in the final bathroom. I don't think everything needs tiles. As you can see, like for the floor, I used brick as well, and that's true for every bathroom. Sometimes brick is better than tile, and especially in The Sims 3, the tiles are very ugly. And yeah, like I said, like for the most part, like the balconies are pretty empty. So like here's like a telescope and stuff, but like I didn't go crazy. Sometimes you make the house look a lot uglier when you put a bunch of stuff on the balconies. But I still stuck like a chess table out here so you can look out over the hills of Sunset Valley. This is actually one of my favorite lots. Even though I hate the house, I love this lot. It's not super far from the city, but it's also got this like nice view of the countryside. inside. It's kind of like the best of both worlds, right? Well, that does it for capital A. What did you guys think? Have you ever moved into this house before, or have you ever tried to renovate it? A lot of times I like sticking with the original EA style and trying to make it nice, but for this, it just ended up becoming a shell challenge. I deleted the roof, added a platform, attached the garage, and just painted the whole thing black and white. That's pretty much all I did. And it took me 2 hours because it's The Sims 3, but you know what? I'm glad I stuck with it and finished it off. But I'm really glad I got to add the attached garage because I wanted to show you like in real time, like how it works in a real build. And especially for a renovation, it was a little bit tricky. And also let me know if you've tried it yet. I know a few of you said, oh, I've never done the attached garage before, but now I'm gonna do it. So let me know if it worked out. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give this video a like and don't forget to subscribe for some more Sims content. I'm really happy with this build and I'm really happy to leave alone the modern style for a little bit because there's a lot of different styles in Sunset Valley and I don't want it to become too overdone. I do plan to do a similar style for the Metropolitan lofts and everything, but I'm not gonna do those for a little bit. I was also thinking of doing a couple live streams soon for the renovation. So I was thinking for one live stream, maybe we can do like some community lots because they don't need that much work. Most of them are just rabbit holes with a few bushes. Of course, we'll make it a little bit better. Oops, I left Bethany sitting out in the rain, so I better bring her inside. I guess we'll see you in the next one. Boom.